Okay, so I'm gonna give you some numbers. They're pretty preliminary, but I did my math and they're about as exact as they're gonna get. So let's dive into the numbers. Let's dive into it. Okay, so all right. Let's look at the closing disclosure that my attorney prepared. So basically, the purchase price of the house was $347,000. I was told by the loan officer that I could only put 3% down, but he lied because he wanted to make himself look good, I believe. But when he went to the underwriter, it turned out that I had to put 5% down, so it went from 10,450 to 17,350 in like less than 2 weeks. Luckily, me and my husband scraped together the money and made it work. So, after we put down the 5%, the loan amount comes to $329,650. Of that, we got $11,000 closing cost credit. Reason why is because after inspections, negotiations got opened up, and it kind of worked in my favor. So I was able to negotiate an additional $6,000 off the purchase price or goes towards closing costs. So I decided to take the purchase price, which was $349,000. I applied $2,000 of the seller concessions to the closing costs, and then I applied $2,000 of the seller concessions towards the purchase price, then 9,000 towards closing costs. But I might shift that because my closing costs is around $9,115. So I might just let it stay. So with the closing costs consists of two major things: loan costs and other costs. So basically, on the loan costs, you have origination charges. You have services you can't shop for, like the appraisal and the credit report. That's what Wells Fargo charges. Um, Services you can shop for, meaning your closing attorney or settlement attorney. So basically, under loan costs, you have um, the origination charges. So the processing fee that Wells Fargo charges is $1,025. Then I had to pay a relock relock fee, and that was $412.06, and then a tax of $80. Then my appraisal was $495, and the credit report from Wells was $1,543, and my attorney charged me $2,005. There's some charges on here that I'm gonna question him about. So then we move on to the other fees. So the recording fees to record the deed was $77. To record a mortgage was $160. And the seller pays the county tax and the tax to IRS My 12-month homeowners insurance quote was $1,116. Um, my prepaid interest was $410.93. How you get to know what your prepaid interest is, you take your loan amount, which in my case is $329,650, times by your interest rate, which mine is 3.5%. Then you divide it by 365, and you get the amount that you pay per day in interest. My per day interest is $31.61. Then you count from the day you close to the end of the month. Mine was 13 days. Hold on. Daughter, wake up. So, yeah, 13 days. So, um, $410.93. And with a quick tip for that is the mortgage, the county, the mortgage lender is going to want you to pay any tax bills that are due in the next 90 days. So for those of you who want to lower your tax due, if you're in a find out how is the taxes collected in your county. If it's every quarter, once a year, twice a year, they're gonna want anything due within the next 90 days to be paid in full. I know that for Trumbull. Anything due in the next 90 days, they want all of it. So my next tax bill is due in January. They're gonna want January, February, and March taxes. So what you do is you take your taxes, you divide it by 12, then you multiply it by however much they collect by every quarter, every 6 months, every year. So that's how you get it. Same thing with the insurance. So for Trumbull, Connecticut, how it works, I'm gonna have to pay 7 months taxes. So how that's broken up is Trumbull collects taxes every quarter. So I have to pay January's taxes, which consists of January, February, and March. I have to pay 2 months back taxes because the seller paid for October, November, and December. And I'm going to take over the house in December. So I have to pay her back those taxes that she already paid. And that's 2 months worth of taxes. So that's 5 already. Then Wells Fargo wants 3 months to put in escrow. So that's 5, 6. Wait a minute. 2, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 months worth of taxes that I have to pay. And my taxes per month is $575.43. So I have to pay that times 8. So that's what I gotta pay. So in total, when I added up, my closing costs came out to be $9,626.39. Mind you, looking at this closing disclosure, you see the taxes that you have to pay the seller back, the taxes that the seller paid in advance, that's not included in your closing costs. So yeah, that's not included. So any advance payment that the seller made that you have to pay the seller back, that's not included in your closing costs. So basically, my closing costs came to a total of $25,000 total, everything that I have to pay. Closing costs, money I have to pay back to the seller, down payment, everything came out to $25,000. So when I go to when I bring my cash to close, I have to bring, in my case, from my numbers, they're gonna update this closing estimate, and it's gonna match my numbers. Cause if it doesn't, yeah, we're gonna have to explain why it's not, my numbers aren't matching with yours. So my cash to close is $15,518.49. Out of that cash to close, I have my down payment. Remember, I paid them 1% earnest money, so I have 4% left. So my 4% that I have left is $13,860. So on top of everything, I still have to bring. So with the $15,518.49, I have to minus my down payment. So what's left is $1,658.49. So basically, that's what I have left to pay. So, yeah,